racing fans. Welcome to Racing Action from Flamboro Downs for this Thursday evening. Our first dash will go to post in approximately 15 minutes. Let's get a look at the changes on this evening's card. Note in race number 1, scratched is number 8, Seize the Bay. Race 1, scratch 8, Seize the Bay. Race 2 will go as programmed. In race number 3, a program note on number 8, Lockdown Romeo. The driver was Sam Filia. Sam Filia drove Lockdown Romeo on November the 12th at, well, here. In the fourth race, number 7, Too Much Duncan, scratched. Scratch number 7, Too Much Duncan. In race number 5, number 7, Fire Inside My Veins, Blinkers to Blind Bridle. Blinkers to Blind Bridle. Race 6, no changes. No changes, race 6. Race number 7, number 3, Mac the Knight, is off Lasix. No Lasix for Mac the Knight. And races 8 and 9, no changes. No changes, races 8 or 9. The 10th race, number 5, Senior Advisor, scratched. Race 10, scratch 5, Senior Advisor. And number 7, Papiamento, Blinkers to Open Bridle. Blinkers to Open Bridle. 13 minutes to our first dash. The field is on post parade for race number 1, and 1 is Old Buck, Daryl Thiessen for Sean Hyatt. Number 2 is Malicious, Todd Ratchford for Common Yellow and Fox Racing. And number 3 is Hogwash, Sammy Folia for Brett Lester and Rebecca Williamson. Number 4, Redland Wrangler, Paul McKenzie for Stephen Charlton and Kathleen Charlton. Number 6, Dusty Lane Morgan, Scott Young for Tom Janot. Number 7, Superfast, Scott Quilter for Mike White, Niowski, and Laureen Ray and Vince Southern. 9 is Trident Seals to Rustin Sorry for Gerard Demers and Barry Treen. And still delayed back in the paddock. Number 5, On Time Delivery, Jason Ryan for Carmen Osiello and DP Host Stable. It's a field of 8 for race number 1. Let's get a look at this field. We'll start with number 5, On Time Delivery. Well, let's bypass that for now because not on the track just yet. And number 7, Superfast, Scotty Coulter. This is one that, left out of this same post position last time out and finished a third, beaten a length and a half. And you also see a second beaten a length at the Loop back at the end of September. That last start here had been off about 6 weeks before that race, so Superfast could be a little tighter here, and that was came home in 30 seconds after good 3 quarters. Now, look, Superfast still was digging to the finish in terms of staying in the hunt, and it was a good overall effort as the race did slow off of a faster half. Superfast, Scotty Coulter for Mike White, Niowski could be much tighter here. Likely a threat, 2-1 on the board. Number 5 is On Time Delivery, and On Time Delivery, 11 top 2 finishes in 24 starts. On Time Delivery missed a bunch of time before that start here November the 16th. Finished third in 59. Now, Superfast last race was 56-3. On Time Delivery is going to have to pick it up from there, I believe. But nonetheless, if you look further down the page, you see this one with a win in Pocono Downs last year, 150-2. And overall, On Time Delivery, I think looks like the one. I expect a better outing here, stronger off that last race. Probably needed a start. On Time Delivery and Jason Ryan, I think has an excellent shot. Has made $55,000 in 24 starts this year. A good comparison in terms of dollars per start as a way of analyzing horses and how they compare. And is currently 5-2. Number 9, Trident Sealster. Well, I think 4 out of 5 dentists would agree that this one needs to race a little better than last time out. Finished 6th at London. But before that was at least a solid fringe player and has 11 wins on the season. So clearly was good earlier in the year. Trident Sealster. I'll try this one for the top 3. Austin Sorry for the Fine Barn of Gerard Demers. And it should be noted, this is the first start for Gerard Demers. So that's a key reason why I'm using this one on the top 3 and is getting love at 4-1 despite that 6th last time out at London. Trident Sealster is now 5-1. And number 1, Old Buck, is a 12-year-old that, last race here blasted out but then got tired out and finished badly. But you see some consistently decent form at Leamington before that last race, so maybe can rebound. Gets post 1 again, another try. Old Buck has drawn a lot of love on the tote board at 3-2. My top one is number 5, On Time Delivery. Late for the post parade, but I think we'll be on time at the finish here in the first dash. Gate is rolling for race number 1. It's Old Buck and Malicious and Hogwash on the inside. In the center, Redland Wrangler And on-time delivery to the outside, Dusty Lane Morgan, Superfast, and the second tier, Trident Sealster. It's a field of 8 for race number 1. They're at the top of the stretch. Here they come. And the field for race number 1 is at the start of the rough in Redland Wrangler, Dusty Lane Morgan, Old Buck on the inside, and Malicious. Field charges around that first turn. Redland Wrangler and Paul McKenzie has got the lead. And Old Buck is racing second. Dusty Lane Morgan is third. Then fourth away is Malicious. And then Trident Sealster. On-time delivery has just 2 beaten off the gate. And they are Hogwash and Superfast is trailing right now. And Old Buck wants to drive on now. Old Buck has got some young legs right now. Is going to drive up and clear to the lead. Old Buck, Redland Wrangler, Dusty Lane Morgan. On past that opening quarter they go. And then Malicious is racing position 4th, and 5th is Trident Sealster. They race on around the turn. Trident Sealster now is going to move on the outside and being followed by on-time delivery on the outside. Then it is back to Hogwash and Superfast, and they race up towards the half, and it is Old Buck and Daryl Thiessen with the front of a Redland Wrangler. Here comes Trident Sealster now. And then moving on the outside, on-time delivery on the back of Trident Sealster. Dusty Lane Morgan is on the inside, racing 5th. Hogwash is 6th, and then 7th as they race their way on into the backstretch is Malicious, and then it is Superfast, part of the outer flow, 4 to the inside, 4 to the outside. Old Buck at 5 to 1's got the lead. Trident Sealster is trying to close the cavity between Old Buck and Trident Sealster, and now it is Trident Sealster on the outside. From the backfield, Superfast is moving 3 wide and is coming on. Was last early and now is third, and now second, and is bearing down on Trident Sealster, and they race their way on around that final turn, and it is now Superfast on the outside who's come on to get the lead. Superfast, Trident Sealster, and on-time delivery. And then it is Old Buck and Hogwash and Malicious on down the stretch drive they come. And Superfast is going to go from last to first and take the first dash and win it by about 3/4 of length. Then Trident Sealster, on-time delivery, and Malicious. Fans, the mile time 1:57 and 4. There's the winner, number 7, Superfast, Scotty Coulter, the winning driver. 5-year-old In the Irons, Bay Gelding, by Lorraine Bray and Vince Southern. Mike White-Nioski, the trainer. It's the second win this season, 6th lifetime, Superfast. The first race payout 7 Superfast, 660, 490, 240. 9 Trident Sealster, 510, 450. 5 on time delivery, 230. $2 exactor, 48.10. The dollar try, 73.20. Dollar super, 317.45. 20-cent super, 63.49. First race order finish from the top. 845-7361 scratch 2. That's 845-7361 scratch 2 on the bottom. Field for race number 2 on parade. 1 is Pahokee, Paul McKenzie for Wayne Henry and Henry Stable. Number 2, DeGrasse St. Greener, Daryl Thiessen for Keith Jones and Doug McCarthy. Number 3, Torsten, Ryan Guy for Brian Peterson. Number 4, Darkness Cooks, Jason Ryan for Gregory Graham and Sherry Graham and Tim Gallant. 5 is Cleveland Z Flash, Scotty Kohler for David King and William Brown. And number 6, Don't Change My Name, Bruce Richardson for John Holding and Morley Bosworth. Field of 6, race number 2. To get a look at this field, and I want to start with number 1, Pahokee, 4-1 on the board. This is one that comes in, has been racing consistently well. Now, only 3 wins in 31 starts in the year, 12 runner-up finishes. Might be a little bit camera shy, but I thought just of late the efforts have been really solid. It does have a win to 2 races ago that was in the class below this one, moved up to this level last race and was beaten by Bandura, who is in really good form, and Pahokee was beaten just 3/4 of a length. Gets post 1 again, and I think can leave well enough to get a good trip. Veteran Paul McKenzie and Pahokee for Wayne Henry is my top pick here at 2-1. Number 5, Cleveland Z Flash. Scotty Coulter looking to take both halves of the early double. And this one was 3rd in this class last race, right behind Pahokee and Bandura. And Cleveland Z Flash starts outside of Pahokee in leaving from post position 6 last race and starts from post 5 here. And, well, I think Cleveland Z Flash definitely has a solid shot. I think it is between the 1 and 5, and the tote board is kind of suggesting that. Cleveland Z Flash is currently 8-5. It's a slight favorite. Number 6, Don't Change My Name, was racing well before last start. Tried Mohawk. That didn't work well at all. But before that, had been consistently good. And Don't Change My Name did race from post 6 October the 30th, racing in this class, and was able to be beaten just a length. Pretty solid outing. Also can get off the gate well, so it'd be interested to see what the plan is, because most of the time has been leaving. That race from off the pace was definitely a change in tactics, but you see a big run of top 3 finishes in a row for Don't Change My Name before that last race trying Mohawk. So this one also has to be considered a contender, and it does have a shot to win in here, 3-1. And number 4, Darkness Cooks, was 2nd at London in the class below this one 2 races ago. Last race moved up to this class and was 4th in the race that Pahokee was 2nd and Cleveland Z Flash 3rd. Good overall outing. Darkness Cooks has been consistent this year, 10 out of 13 in the top 3. Darkness Cooks and Jason Ryan for Gregory Graham. There's your value at 13-1. Fans are on 5, Cleveland Z Flash 9-5, but well, I think 1 Pahokee at 5-2 is the better play. buggies rolling for race number 2. It's Pahokee and DeGrasse and Greener on the inside. In the center, Torreston and Darkness Cooks, and to the outside, Cleveland Z Flash and Don't Change My Name. The field for the second race is in the stretch, gathering speed. Here they come. And the field for the second is at the start of the rough. Torsten, DeGrasse St. Greener went off stride. Torsten's got the early lead. Pahokee is going to fill the pocket. Darkness Cooks comes away third. Then Cleveland Z Flash and Don't Change My Name. But Torsten is able to come right out and grab the lead and is in front by about 2.5 or 3 over Pahokee, with Darkness Cooks racing third. Cleveland Z Flash, Don't Change My Name. And now Pahokee wants to sweep up and grab the front from Torsten. Pahokee's the 3-2 favorite. Leads past the opening quarter. Pahokee 29 4/4 in front of Torsten by 2 1/4 now. Stretches out the lead. Now it's 2.5 over Torsten. And then Darkness Cooks. Then Cleveland Z Flash and Don't Change My Name. Pahokee and Paul McKenzie leads as they race their way off the turn, heading on up towards us. Torsten filling the pocket. Here comes Darkness Cooks now. Darkness Cooks is looking strong on the outside and is trying to get onto the front burner. Darkness Cooks wants to try to clear before the turnover Pahokee. 1 minute 1/5 halftime off a 29 4 opening quarter. And Jason Ryan and Darkness Cooks is on the front burner and leads by 2.5. Pahokee is dropping back, racing second. Torsten third. Cleveland Z Flash now pops out, and then Don't Change My Name. But Darkness Cooks at 8-1 is now looking to fry this field. Pahokee went off stride. Cleveland Z Flash is second. Don't Change My Name third, and Torsten is fourth. But Darkness Cooks at 8-1 takes them by 3/4 in 1:29, 28 4 third panel. And Darkness Cooks now leads by about 7 or 8 lengths as they race their way at the top of the stretch and down the stretch drive. Cleveland Z Flash and Don't Change My Name. Darkness Cooks has fried the field and is going to win. Then Cleveland Z Flash will be second. Then Don't Change My Name and Torsten 2 minutes flat. Back in front of us, the winner of race 2, number 4, Darkness Cooks. Jason Ryan's the winning driver. 3-year-old Green Mandalishi Bay Gelding. Sherry Graham and Tim Gallant. Greg Graham's the trainer. 4th win on the season for Darkness Cooks. And the 4th lifetime. Darkness Cooks, 2 minutes flat. Second race payouts for Darkness Cooks 1910 720 450. 5 Cleveland Z Flash 510 276. Don't change my name 330. $2 exact or 87.20. Dollars rye 163.20. Dollar super 937.50. 20-cent super 187.50. $2 double $68. The second race over finish from the top is a 5-6-4-1-2-3 on the bottom. Once again, the second race over finish top down 5-6-4-1-2-3. Field for the third is on parade. One is third time's the dream, Todd Ratchford for Jim Ellis. Number two, the fixer, Brian Guy for David Fry. Three is Handsome Hank, Jay Harris for Caitlin Graham. Four is Mystic, Bruce Richardson for Rennie Dion and SNR Racing. Number six, Arrakis, Travis Henry for Francis Guimet. Number seven, Amigo Mio, Austin Sorry for Gerard Demers and Tag Incorporated. 8 is Lockdown Romeo, Sammy Filia for John Holding and Morley Bosworth. 9 is Chapter 12, Scotty Golder for Marissa Miller and Martin Kepfer. And absent from the parade, 5 Off-Road Hanover, Daryl Thiessen for Jim Whalen. Field of 9, race number 3. Let's look at this field. It is the start of the pick 4. I'm going to start with the veteran number 6, Arrakis, who has racked up 62 lifetime wins and comes in racing consistently well. And even though this is a 13-year-old, just keeps on making money. Has made $783,000 lifetime, $71,000 this year, and last year 50 starts. So a veteran that's very sound has had 86 starts since the 1st of January last year and made $155,000 during that time. So Arrakis, one that can get off the gate very well. There's a lot of positives, and I think Arrakis could rack up career win 63 here in this start. Number 2, the fixer. Well, gets a better post position, got away from Mohawk to try things here last time out, and was in the preferred class from the trailer post, so managed a 5th, but should like this spot better. The fixer, I mean, in with the likes of Royalty Beer and Good as Him, that just didn't work out well for the fixer. This class could really fix this horse up nicely, and the fixer is one that the last time this one raced away from Mohawk and in a class similar to this one was at Grand River September the 22nd. A winner by 8 1/4 lengths. Giddy up. The fixer and Ryan Guy for David Fry is 4-1. Number 7, Amigo Mio. Second last time out at Rito Carlton. Beaten 16 lengths. Man, oh man. Amigo Mio is one that I have seen race well on a number of occasions, and this is one that took a bit of time off, has had 2 starts back since the rest, and that last race second at Rito on a track that was sloppy, and was able to score a second. Was the betting favorite, disappointed, but boy, the winner was long gone. Look, this is one that's made $57,000 in 29 starts this year and 8 wins on the season. Sent up by Gerard Demers. Amigo Mio, 9-2. Certainly belongs as a contender in here. And number 1, third time's the dream. Well, the last couple races, more of a nightmare. A break at London, and then post 9 and finished 9th at Mohawk. But just before that was one that won at London, October the 27th, 2 minutes and 3. Is one I think that maybe could use the inside post and get off the gate better. The last 2 races, won the break, and the other one post 9 at Mohawk didn't work, but you do see this one with a bit of gate speed on the inside. Todd Ratchford for Jim Ellis. I think third time's the dream can climb onto the ticket, 8-1. Number 6, Arrakis, is a co-favorite with 4, Mystic. They're both 5-2. Mystic is one that comes in from Mohawk off a dreadful start from post 10, but you do see Mystic also won here below this class, wired a class below this one just 3 starts ago, and raced at this level to a 5th 2 starts back. Mystic getting a ton of love. But my top one, 6, Arrakis, 5-2. is rolling for the third. Third time's the dream. The fixer, Handsome Hank on the inside. In the center, Mystic and Off-Road Hanover. The outside, Arrakis, Amigo Mio, Lockdown Romeo. And the second tier, Chapter 12. It's Chapter 3 of this Thursday evening program here at Flamboro Downs, and they are in behind the gate. It is post time. Giddy up. The third race trotters taking up their positions into the stretch drive. Here they come. And the field for the third is at the start of the rough, and Arrakis is going to get out well with Mystic. Also leaving Handsome Hank, the fixer, in third time's the dream. And Amigo Mio on the outside. Then Chapter 12, and then it is Off-Road Hanover. And back trailing is Lockdown Romeo. But Arrakis, 4 wide now, 3 wide, presses on. And Arrakis is looking to drive out and grab the lead. And now is able to clear to the front, in front of Handsome Hank. Then Mystic is racing third. And looks to squeeze over to the pylon third. Then on the outside, Chapter 12 is working up now. Then third time's the dream. On the outside is Amigo Mio. Then it is back to the fixer and Off-Road Hanover, and trailing is Lockdown Romeo, 28-1 opening quarter. Arrakis at 2-1 has the lead. But Chapter 12 on the outside is getting up closer now. Handsome Hank is filling the pocket as they race off the turn off that 20-1 opening quarter. It's Arrakis with Chapter 12 on the outside and Handsome Hank on the inside. And Amigo Mio is second over fourth. Then fifth to the inside is Mystic. The fixer is sixth. Third time's the dream is seventh. Off-Road Hanover is eighth. And Lockdown Romeo is trailing 58-1 halftime. 32nd split. Arrakis continues to march. Leads at a length and 3/4. Handsome Hank on the inside. Chapter 12 grinding first over. Amigo Mio is going to look off that one's cover and get out 3 wide and is coming now. Amigo Mio is moving, and it is Arrakis and Amigo Mio. And then it is Handsome Hank who's racing third. And then position fourth. Now the fixer has come from off the pace, and then it is Off-Road Hanover. 3/4, 127-4. Arrakis is getting challenged by Amigo Mio. They're separated by about a half a length, and then Handsome Hank and Off-Road Hanover, the fixer and Mystic, and third time's the dream. Chapter 12 and Lockdown Romeo, and down the stretch drive. Arrakis and Amigo Mio are still going at it. Amigo Mio, Arrakis, they're going to duel to the finish, and it is close, but it was Amigo Mio over Arrakis, and then Off-Road Hanover and Handsome Hank. 157-2, Amigo Mio. There's look at the winner, number 7, Amigo Mio, Austin Sorry with the winning drive. 7-year-old Amigo Hall Bay Gelding, owned by Tag Incorporated, trained by Gerard Demers. 9th win on the season, 22nd lifetime, Amigo Mio. The third race payout, 7 Amigo Mio, 1410, 367.10. 6 Arrakis, 292.75. Off-road Hanover, 1240, $2 exactor. 53.50. Dollar try, 462.30. Dollar super, 2066.40. 20-cent super, 413.28. Third race, silver finish from the top, 754-632-189. That's 754-632-189 on the bottom. for the fourth on parade. 1, Steel Wheel, Hanover, Austin, Sorry for Commodore and DP Host Stable. Number 2 is Snow Walker, Dale Spencer, Louis F. Timiatis, blasting through the post parade. 3 is Some Might Say, Jason Ride for Robert Reed and Kyle Stretch. 4 is Big and Shiny, Paul McKenzie, drives and trains and owns along with Melissa Rennie. Number 5, Better's Rush, Scott Kohler for Mike Verderamo. Number 6 is L.A. Barb, Daryl Thiessen for Carmel Osceola and Osceola Stables. 7 is Scratched. 8 is Faut, Sam Fillion for Ron McDonald and Perry Burke. And 9 is Silverback Jack Damien McClellan for Robert Kyle Fellows and Marissa Wilson. It's a field of 8 for race number 4. Let's look at the main players in here, or at least who I think they are. We'll start with number 1, Steel Wheel Hanover. Getting a lot of love despite finishing well back, 5th in each of the last 2, and both by more than a dozen lengths. But Steel Wheel Hanover now will drop down in class, and look, just before those last 2, had 2 dominant wins, so it seems feast or famine for Steel Wheel Hanover. I think from post 1 today, it's got a chance to be feast. Austin Sorry for Commodore Cielo has made 41,000 in 26 starts, has 6 wins on the year, won 4 out of just 10 races last year as a 3-year-old. I think there's a lot of positives in Steel Wheel Hanover, and I think this class can get him turned back around 2-5. Number 3, Some Might Say that this is one that's a contender, well, especially off that last race win. Now, Some Might Say was racing poorly before that last race, but if we go on recent form, then you got to think this one can be a contender. This isn't a strong overall field, and Jason Ryan and Robert Reed teaming up on one that has 5 wins on the year, and off that win last time out, and a bit better post position, 9-2. Number 4, Big and Shiny, was 3rd last race, and that was from post position 8. Big and Shiny, winless in 12 starts on the year, but likes the post position better today, I would imagine, after back-to-back post 8s, and Big and Shiny could shine a little brighter here. Paul McKenzie driving and training Big and Shiny, who is 7-1 on the board. And number 5, Better's Rush. Well, fans might not be rushing out to back this one because back-to-back 7th place finishes the last couple starts and has only one top 3 finish in 17 tries on the year. But Better's Rush and Scotty Calder already with a win on the evening. And Better's Rush is one that, well, you do see a decent start here, just 3 back, and gets a slightly better post position. I'm just taking a flyer on one that I think can be better than what we've seen so far. Better's Rush is 11-1 on the board. Starters called the field for race number 4, Steel Wheel Hanover. Snow Walker, Some Might Say on the inside. In the center, Big and Shiny and Better's Rush. And to the outside, L.A. Barb, Too Much Duncan, and Too Much Duncan Scratched, and Faut, and the second tier, Silverback Jack. Field of 8. It's race number 4. Field for the 4th race, gathering speed. Here they come. Field for the 4th race is at the start of the rough, and Better's Rush and LA Barb and Faut from the outside. Then Big and Shiny, and some might say, and Steel Wheel ahead of her. Then Silverback Jack, and trailing is Snow Walker. Big and Shiny, shining early, has got the lead. And then some might say on the inside, LA Barb is taking back and wants to squeeze over to the pylons 3rd. Steel Wheel ahead of her 4th, and then it is Better's Rush and Snow Walker. Then back further, that is Faut, and trailing the field is Snow Walker, but Big and Shiny at 10-1. Opening quarter at 27-3, and leads a couple of lengths over some might say. LA Barb is on the inside, and now Steel Wheel ahead of her is moving up. First over is about 3.5 lengths off the lead. The 1-5 Steel Wheel ahead of her. First up, 3rd. 4th to the inside is LA Barb. 5th on the inside is Better's Rush. Then Silverback Jack, Faut, and trailing the field is Snow Walker. Halftime recorded in 57-3. 32nd second split. Big and Shiny with a lead of a length and a half over some might say, but on the outside, Steel Wheel Hanover is looming. The heavy favorite is only about a length and 3/4 off the lead. Now a length and a half, now a length and a quarter, and is closing on Big and Shiny. Big and Shiny by now 3/4 of a length over Steel Wheel Hanover. Some might say is 3rd. LA Barb's racing for 3 wide. Faut now is closing some ground. Then Silverback Jack and Better's Rush and Snow Walker. It is right now Big and Shiny trying to hold on, but Steel Wheel Hanover has come on to get the lead. Steel Wheel Hanover, some might say, now is racing 2nd. Big and Shiny is dropping back, and then Better's Rush has got a bit of a late rush, and then Faut on down the stretch drive. Steel Wheel Hanover may have to deal with some might say on the outside is coming hard. Some might say has come on by and is going to win. Steel Wheel Hanover 2nd. Better's Rush picks up a 3rd, and then Snow Walker 4th. 157-1. Some might say. Back in front of the winner of race 4, number 3, some might say Jason Ryan with the driving double, some might say. 4-year-old Art, Speak Bay Gelding, owned by Kyle Stretch, trained by Robert Reed. 6th win on the season, some might say. Victorious in 157-1. Fourth race, payouts number 3, some might say 10-20, 340, 280, 1. Steel Wheel Hanover, 210. 5. Bettor's Rush, 450. $2 Exactor, 20 40. Try, 125.60. Super, 545.80. 20-cent Super, 109.16. Pick 3, 3 of 3, 640.55. And a 20-cent Pick 3 is 128.11. The fourth race order finished from the top. So 241 735 scratch 68. That's 241 735 scratch 68 on the bottom. field for the fifth race on Post Parade. One is Barzy, Scotty Coulter for Steve Coulter. And number 2 is Bucky's Angel, Wayne McLean for Beverly Rice. Number 3 is Zip Me Up, Daryl Thiessen for Mark Goddard and Howard Kaufman of Bryn Mawr, Joshua Kaufman. Number 4 is Southwind Caesar, Travis Culliver, Jody Cullen in A1 stable. 5 is Texico Man, Jason Ryan for Francis Gamet. And number 6, Missy's Magic Man, Austin Saray for Gerard Demers and Tag Incorporated. Number 7, Fire Inside My Veins, Scott Young for Gary Lance. Number 8 is 7 Iron, Mark McDonnell for Robert Jarvis and Lorraine Parr. 9 is Final Dream, Jay Harris for Chris Bell. Field of 9, race number 5. This dash features the Super High 5. Let's get a look at some of the main ones, or at least who I think they are in this dash. This is an 8,000 purse trot, a bottom level condition trot, so not a lot of form, but I think number 5, Texico Man, is one that's been racing okay of late and was second here last time out to Handsome Hank, who's not back in here. Texico Man, third the start before it, so the recent form is decent on Texico Man. This is also one with back class 36 lifetime wins, 286,000 lifetime races for a strong barn, and Jason Ryan's been having a good night. Looks for the hat trick here with Texico Man, 6-1 on the board. Number 6, Missy's Magic Man, is one that brings in some decent form. Hasn't won in a bit. Last win was October the 9th, but still 4 consecutive top 3s coming in. And Missy's Magic Man overall is having another good year. Another one with back class, 229,000 life and 36 wins. Same number of wins as Texico Man. We'll see if one of them can break the tie. Missy's Magic Man is 6-1. Number 7, Fire Inside My Veins, makes an equipment change. Blinkers to blind bridle, and also drops in class. This is one that I think could be dangerous because, look, this is one that was a winner here October the 2nd, and that was in a solid class, and I think Fire Inside My Veins is one that has to be a consideration and has made 46,000 in just 30 starts on the year. Scott Young and Fire Inside My Veins, 5-2, is getting a fair amount of love. Number 1, Barzy, was better last race, bounced back, had a couple of 8th place finishes. Then last race came back to a 4th place finish. You do see some form on the lines during the last 5 starts, so I think Barzy is one that can be used on the top 4 here. Scotty Coulter, 10-1 on the board. The one that I didn't touch on, and the one the fans are enamored with, is number 3, Zip Me Up. And certainly I thought about this one, but that last race here, finishing 8th, Zip Me Up, just got parked every step of the way, so certainly there's a reason for it. Zip Me Up was racing at Mohawk and struggling there. It's been a while, but back September the 25th, Zip Me Up was able to zip out, get to the lead past the quarter, and then won by 7 1/4. So we know that Zip Me Up is one that could come right back in here and be strong, but just the recent form, not great. Last race, though, parked every step, so definitely a solid excuse. Zip Me Up and double barrel Daryl Thiessen for Mark Goddard, the 6-5 favorite. But my top one is number 5, Texico Man. Gate is rolling for race number 5. Barzy, Bucky's Angel, Zip Me Up on the inside. In the center, Southwind, Caesar and Texaco Man. To the outside, Missy's Magic Man, Fire inside my veins, and 7 iron. And then for the back, Final Dream. Field of 9 for the 5th race. There at the start of the rough, and Missy's Magic Man is going to blast with Fire inside my veins. Zip Me Up and Barzy and Bucky's Angel. Then it is Final Dream, Southwind Caesar, back to Texaco Man, and trailing the field is 7 iron, and they race on down the backstretch, and it is Fire inside my veins who fired out in front of Missy's Magic Man. Barzy third, Bucky's Angel on the outside. Now is taken third, is Barzy's fourth on the inside, and then racing position 5th is Final Dream in front of Zip Me Up and Southwind Caesar. Second last, Texaco Man, and trailing is 7 iron. 28 and 3 is the opening quarter. It is Fire inside my veins who's got the lead. Missy's Magic Man, and then on the outside, Bucky's Angel. Barzy is racing on the inside, about 3.5 off the lead, but now racing on the outside. 4th is Final Dream, as Barzy is 5th in the pylons, and Southwind Caesar is 6th, and Zip Me Up is racing 7th. And then Texaco Man has just one beaten, and that is 7 iron. 59 seconds flat, the halftime off a 28 and 3 opening quarter. Fire inside my veins continues on. Fire inside my veins, and Bucky's Angel is traveling first over, but still filling the pocket is Missy's Magic Man second. Bucky's Angel first up third. Final Dream is sent out 3 wide, and now Southwind Caesar is coming and is moved up, and now has taken 5th, and 6th on the inside is Barzy. Then it is back to Zip Me Up and Texaco Man, and 7 iron might need a 3-wood now. 129 and 1 the 3/4, and it is Fire inside my veins and Missy's Magic Man. And then Barzy took the shortcut around the turn and is racing third. Final Dream, and out wide is Southwind Caesar. Bucky's Angel center of the track, but Fire inside my veins is firing in all cylinders and is cruising as they come to the finish, and is going to win it. Missy's Magic Man second, Barzy third, then Southwind Caesar and 7 iron, 158 and 4. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race 5, number 7, Fire Inside My Veins. Scott Young had the answer in the 5th. Fire Inside My Veins is a 6-year-old Muscle Mass Bay horse trained by Gary Lance. It's the 5th win this year. 15th lifetime, Fire Inside My Veins, 158 and 4. Fifth race, payouts number 7, Fire Inside My Veins, $6, $4.20, and $3.86. Missy's Magic Man. $6 and $4 and one Barzy 4.10. $2 exactor 29.90. Dollars wrap 96.10. And a 20-cent high five 2080 28. 20-cent pick five 2109.20. The fifth race will finish from the top 368 472 159. That's 368 472 159 on the bottom. Field 4, race number 6. On parade 1, Ariel's Bet. Travis Cullen for Jody Cullen. Number 2 is My Last Guess. Sammy Filia for Julie Walker and Dr. John Bradbury. Number 3 is Place Here. Garrett Rooney for Kayla Henry and Natalie Willette. Number 4 is Best Girl in Town. Austin Troy for Gerard Demers and Jer Merrois. Number 5 is Dolly Daydream. Travis Henry for Vic Putty and Limco Incorporated. And number 6, Jules Diamond Eyes. Jason Ryan for Brett Lester and Rebecca Williamson. Number 7, Century Liberty. Daryl Thiessen for Sean Hyatt and Rick Ryer. And number 8 is Chasing Rainbows. Scotty Calder for Mike Whiteniowski and Lorraine Ray and Vince Southern. Field of 8 for race number 6 on this Thursday evening at Flamboro Downs. And let's get a look at this field. We'll start with number 4, Best Girl in Town. And all the cappers have this one on top. And, well, the fans right now have this one at 5-2. The second choice, Best Girl in Town, consistently racing well. And right now, only 3 wins on the year, 8 runner-up finishes, but the recent form has been just outstanding. And Best Girl in Town back in the same class. 2 wins and a second in the past 3 at this level. 6 consecutive top 2 finishes. Best Girl in Town can blast off the gate, but also can race from off the pace. Best Girl in Town, I think, is best in here. Austin Sorry for Gerard Mares, now even money. Number 5, Dolly Daydream, was good at Mohawk in back-to-back races before a 6th last time out, so certainly capable of bouncing back, and has earned $1,000 to start this year and last. Travis Henry for Vic Putty. Dolly Daydream, 8-1 on the board. Others, number 1, Ariel's Bet. A couple of runner-up finishes before a 5th last time out. Inside Post, Power Barn of Jody Cullen. Ariel's Bet is one that I would bet on landing in the top 3 somewhere and possibly winning here. Ariel's Bet, 4-1. And number 8, Chasing Rainbows. Well, might have to chase from off the pace because of post position 8, but this is one that can blast off the gate. And we saw this one October the 4th here with post 8 and blasted out. Now paid for it in the late going, finished 7th. But another starts, you see this one getting off the gate very well. Last race, post 1, got away 2nd. Don't know what the plan will be from post 8, but Chasing Rainbow still overall has flashed enough to be a potential contender in here. Made $40,000 in 27 starts this year. Compares well dollars per start to this field. Scotty Coulter for Mike Whiteniowski, 5-2, is getting a fair amount of love, especially considering the post. But my top one, number 4, Best Girl in Town, 6-5. Gate is rolling 4. Race number 6. Ariel's Bet, My Last Kiss, and Plaisir on the inside. In the center, Best Girl in Town, Dolly Daydream. On the outside, Jules Diamond Century Liberty, and Chasing Rainbows. Field of 8. Race number 6. Field 4, the 6th dash. Is at the start of the rough, and Best Girl in Town, Jules Diamond Eyes, Chasing Rainbows, and My Last Kiss, and then Ariel's Bet, Plaisir, Dolly Daydream, and trailing the field is Century Liberty, but it is Best Girl in Town who's got the best seat right now, and leads as they race their way on to the opening quarter, and is in front right now by a length and a half, and now on the outside, Ariel's Bet is driving up and is racing on the outside about a length and a half off the lead against Best Girl in Town. Best Girl in Town, Ariel's Bet. Ariel's Bet is going to drive on for Travis Cullen and clear to the front of her Best Girl in Town. Then racing third, Jules Diamond Eyes, and fourth is My Last Kiss, and fifth is Chasing Rainbows, 28-1 opening quarter. The trailing three, Plaisir, Dolly Daydream, and Century Liberty. They race off the turn. Ariel's Bet and Travis Cullen with a lead of about 2 1/4 over Best Girl in Town. Jules Diamond Eyes third. My Last Kiss now steps to the outside, and Chasing Rainbows is following on the outside. Halftime 56-3, a 28-2 second panel. Put up by Ariel's Bet, who is sharp and is in front of Best Girl in Town by a length and a half now. Jules Diamond Eyes is racing third and is popped out. On the inside, fourth is My Last Kiss. Outside five is Chasing Rainbows. Then it is back to Plaisir and Dolly Daydream and Century Liberty. They head to three quarters. Ariel's Bet. Best Girl in Town popped out. Wants to challenge Ariel's Bet right now. Ariel's Bet, Best Girl in Town is getting threateningly close. And now on the outside comes on to Stick a Nose in front. Ariel's Bet tries to rally to the inside. Jules Diamond Eyes is racing third. Then it is My Last Kiss and Chasing Rainbows and Dolly Daydream in Plaisir and Century Liberty. They turn for home of three quarters, 126. Best Girl in Town trying to wear down Ariel's Bet. Also digging is Jules Diamond Eyes, but Ariel's Bet on the inside with Best Girl in Town. They're going to fight it out to the finish with Jules Diamond Eyes, but it is Ariel's Bet who wins it. Best Girl in Town, Jules Diamond Eyes, and Dolly Daydream 155-4. There is a look at Ariel's Bet. Travis Cullen, the winning driver. Ariel's Bet victorious. A 3-year-old all bets off. Brown filly. Owned and trained by Jody Cullen. Third win on the season. Sixth lifetime. Ariel's Bet 155-4. Sixth race, payouts one Ariel's bet, 590, 240, and 260. Four, Best Girl in Town, 230, 220. Six, Jules Diamond Eyes, 1390. $2 exact or $18.90. Dollar try, $100, 80 cents. Dollar super, $497.10. 20-cent super, $99.42. 20-cent pick four, $285.27. Sixth race, order of finish from the top, is 168-243-75. That's 168-243-75 on the bottom. Field on post parade for the seventh one, Uncle Douglas. Mario Bayoja for Mark Etzel and Jeffrey Leapso and Paul Berbrecht. Number 2 is Chambro Chip Todd Ratchford for Marissa Miller and Martin Kepfer. Number 3 is Mac the Knight, Dale Spence for Joe Pereira and Chris Menina. Number 4 is Marcus Downridge, Stephen Charlton drives and trains and owns. 5 is Gravener, Scotty Calder for Brian Wick and Donna Wick. And number 6 is Mesotherapute, Paul McKenzie for David King and William Brown and Gary Adair. And number 7, Banks a Million, Daryl Thiessen for Jim Whalen and Dr. John Chandler and Dr. Angela Whalen. Field of 7, race number 7. Let's get a look at this field. Well, fans, Mesotherapute is my top pick here. This is one, I've seen a lot of good starts from this one, and just, although you only see 2 wins, I just think she's got some real fine ability. I anticipated the money going elsewhere, and I've had too many 2 to 5 best bets, and that's not a best bet. It's not even a good bet. So let's try to knock down the 3 to 5 favorite with a 7-2 Mesotherapute. Trailer post last time out and was able to score a second. Now the winner was long gone, but not back in here. Gets a spot on the gate, and I think that Mesotherapute is one that I expect a big outing here. Good shot in this class. Beat this class, dominated this class at London 2 races ago. Mesotherapute and Paul McKenzie for Jim King, 7-2. Number 1, Uncle Douglas, made it break last race, but before that was racing well. In fact, almost won here in those Class 2 races ago from post 7. Came first up, had the lead when they turned for home. Second beaten half a length. Uncle Douglas and Mario Baeroja for Mark Etzel, even money. Number 2, Charmbo Chip, back-to-back wins in the maiden class, moves up to the non-winners at 2, and certainly is one that should have a decent shot at it. And is currently 9-1 on the board. There's some value with Charmbo Chip in here. Gate speed, better post position, moving up, but 9-1 is an enticing price. And number 5, Gravenhurst, back-to-back thirds in this class. Only 1 win in 31 starts, but I think is one you can use on the Superfecta ticket. Scotty Calder for Brian Wick. Gravenhurst is 4-1. gate is rolling for the 7th race. Uncle Douglas and Charmbro Chip on the inside. In the center, Mac the Knight, Marcus Downridge and Gravenhurst. Into the outside, Mesotherapeute and Banks a Million. By the way, touchdown Buffalo. Field 4, race number 7. Off stride, Charmbro Chip. It's Gravenhurst and Mesotherapeute. Marcus Downridge, and on the inside, Uncle Douglas. But right now, Gravenhurst is driving on to the lead. Gravenhurst, Mesotherapeute. On the outside is driving, and Uncle Douglas went off stride. Marcus Downridge is racing third. Then it is Mac the Knight and Banks a Million. Mesotherapeute. And Paul McKenzie, 6-1 on the board, has the lead as they race on up to the opening quarter. Racing second is Gravenhurst, and then well back to Marcus Downridge and Mac the Knight and Banks a Million. Uncle Douglas and Charmbro Chip. Mesotherapeute right now 29-1 opening quarter, leads at a length and 3/4. Gravenhurst is keeping a watch, and Mac the Knight broke stride. Marcus Downridge is third. It is Mesotherapeute who leads as they race their way on up past the half off a 29-1/4. Halftime was recorded in 59-2, a 30-1. Second panel breather. It's Gravenhurst staying in the pocket though, and Marcus Downridge is third. Mesotherapeute and Gravenhurst the top two. A bit of separation from the third one. Marcus Downridge and Banks a Million broke stride. Then Charmbro Chip now is racing fourth. Another break from Mac the Knight. They race on to 3/4. Mesotherapeute. Gravenhurst is keeping a steady watch on Mesotherapeute. 3/4 in 1:30. And it's Mesotherapeute and Gravenhurst bravening up in the pocket and moving up tight as they're racing halfway around that final turn. And there goes Gravenhurst on the outside. Mesotherapeute and Gravenhurst. And the plugs are out on Gravenhurst and Mesotherapeute trying to hold that one off. But it is Gravenhurst and Mesotherapeute as they turn for home. Gravenhurst on the outside. Mesotherapeute. Gravenhurst with a slim advantage. Mesotherapeute is game, but Gravenhurst wins it. Mesotherapeute was second. Charmbro Chip third. Banks a Million fourth. 2 minutes and 4/5. Fans, the inquiry sum pertaining to number 7, Banks a Million, and action going to 3/4. Back in front of us is the winner of race 7, number 5, Gravenhurst. Scotty Coulter with the driving double. It is Gravenhurst victorious. 3-year-old Muscle Mass Bay gelding, owned by Brian and Donna Wick. Brian Wick, the trainer, second win this season in lifetime. Gravenhurst, 2 minutes 4/5. Fans, the judges also looking at the early break of number 2 Charmbro chip before the start. Fans, the judge's ruling that number 7 Banks Million did not violate the braking regulations, and the judges reviewing and seeing that number 2 Charmbo Chip was inside of the fair start pole at the start of the race. The inquiry sign will go off. Seventh race payouts: 5 Gravenhurst, 874.10 and 290. 6 Mesoterapute, $4.340 and 2 Charmbo Chip, $5.20. $2 Actor, $21.30. Dollar Try, $165.05. Dollar Super, $711.90. 20-cent Super, $142.38. Seventh race, or finish from the top, 735 6124. That's 735 6124 on the bottom. Field for the eighth race is on parade, and one is Full Moon Maybell, Travis Henry for Earl McLeod. Number 2 is Early Christmas, Austin Sorry for Vic Putty and Triple S Equine. And number 3 is Stonebridge Queen, JP Renover, Julie Walker, and Larry Walker. Number 4 is My Time, Your Money, Rob Jenkins Jr. for Felix Marion. 5 is Fly Higher, Eddie Hensley for Mike Revan, Gary Silifant. Number 6, Small Town Road, Jason Ryan for Matthew Trelford and Roy Trelford. 7, Gaelic Sovereign, Todd Ratchford for Mary Ratchford and Luke Albrecht. 8 is Gucci Gucci Goo, Dale Spence for Kyle Rule and Triple S Equine. And 9 is Southwind Grenade, Sammy Filia for Katerina Bosniak and Jose Lamas. It's a field of 9, race number 8. Let's get a look at this field of maiden trotters. We'll start with number 2, Early Christmas. We'll see if we can have an early Christmas here in late November. And early Christmas, 7-5, the betting favorite. And early Christmas is one that raced pretty well last race. That was a nice bounce back because it made a break 2 starts back. But early Christmas, second last race to a Charmbo Chip. And Charmbo Chip not back in here. Early Christmas overall, I thought it was a solid outing. Now disappointed as the betting favorite and has been the favorite in each of the last 3 and is favored here right now. But early Christmas is currently on the board at 7-5. Early Christmas has a win and a second though in just 9 starts, but those have come in the last 2 races. Others to look at, number 6, Small Town Road. Well, doesn't have a win in 21 starts, but 9 top 3 finishes on the year. Has been decent of late, and I think Small Town Road, despite post 6, I think has a shot to be better than the tote board suggests, and is 16-1 on the board is Small Town Road, but one I anticipate to have a shot to be on the ticket here. Small Town Road, you do see this one finishing second and third, going 3 and 4 races back. Others, number 3, Stonebridge Queen, made a break last time out. Start before it was third. Stonebridge Queen looks to bounce back, needs to stay flat. First order of business. J.B. Renault for Julie Walker, 8-1. And number 4, My Time, Your Money, is one that makes a second start off of a long layoff. Is winless in 39 starts, but one that has hit the ticket at least on a number of occasions. And of late was 4th in that last race, and that was the first one back off of the layoff. So I think My Time, Your Money belongs in the super affected ticket, 10-1. But the favorite, number 2, Early Christmas, well, now the favorite has moved to being number 8, Gucci Gucci Goo. Look, it is post 8. I looked past this one because of post 8, and that last race was more of a front-end effort at Mohawk. Don't know if that'll work out here, but he is getting away from Mohawk to try things here. Gucci Gucci Goo and Dale Spence, 7-5. But my top pick is Early Christmas, 8-5. Gate is rolling for race number 8. Full Moon Maybell, Early Christmas, Stonebridge Queen on the inside. In the center, My Time, Your Money, and Fly Higher to the outside, Small Town Road, Gaelic Sovereign, Gucci Gucci Goo. In the second tier, Southwind Grenade. It's a field of 9 for the 8th race. They're at the start of the rough. Fly Higher. Stonebridge Queen, Early Christmas is also leaving out, and Gaelic Sovereign, then Full Moon Maybell. But right now it is Stonebridge Queen who's able to come on and grab the lead. Early Christmas, and Austin Sorry takes a hold of this one and is racing in the pocket. Gaelic Sovereign is off stride and taken to the outside. Gucci Gucci Goo is now first up, racing third. Off stride, Full Moon Maybell. Fly Higher is racing fourth, and fifth is Southwind Grenade. But Early Christmas now wants to come on and loop around Stonebridge Queen, and it is Early Christmas and Stonebridge Queen. But Stonebridge Queen says, "Bah humbug to you, Austin Sorry," and drives on through on the inside. And it is Stonebridge Queen who's got the lead. Early Christmas is back into the pocket. Here comes Gucci Gucci Goo, now going on the outside quickly. Gucci Gucci Goo against Stonebridge Queen, and Early Christmas is on the inside, racing third. Southwind Grenade now launched on the outside, is racing about 6 or 7 off the lead, and then Fly Higher, 58 and 2. Then it is My Time, Your Money, and Small Town Road, and they race on into the backstretch, and it is Gucci Gucci Goo who's come on to get the lead. Stonebridge Queen is second, but Gucci Gucci Goo is going greatly now, leads by about 3.5, and Stonebridge Queen is racing second. Early Christmas is third, and then racing on the outside, My Time, Your Money, and Fly Higher. Small Town Road, but right now 1 to 5, Gucci Gucci Goo, 127 and 3 is the three-quarter time, and the field is about to turn for home. Gucci Gucci Goo is gone on the field and is going to win it. Stonebridge Queen will try to hold on to second. Gucci Gucci Goo winning by about 9 or 10 lengths. Stonebridge Queen second. Early Christmas third, and fourth is My Time, Your Money. 158 flat. There is Dale Spence, the winning driver. Gucci Gucci Goo, the winning horse in race number 8. Gucci Gucci Goo is a 3-year-old green man, Alishi Black Gelding, by Triple S Equine, trained by Kyle Rule. Second win this year and lifetime for 3Gs. 158 flat. Eighth race payouts 8 Gucci Gucci Goo 260 210 210 3 Stumpers Queen 490 210 and 2 Early Christmas 210 $2 exactor 11.90 dollar try $18 dollar super 63.05 20-cent super 12.61. Eighth race, order finish in the top. 932 465 817 on the bottom. That's 932 465 817 on the bottom. Field for the ninth on parade. One is Hey Ralphie, Jason Ryan for Robert Reed and David Shea. Number 2 is Serenity Cruise, Damien McClellan for Don Lindsay and Jeff and Bernie Barr. Number 3 is Good as Him, Scotty Coulter, Steve Coulter and Paul Coulter. 4 is Made of Magic, Daryl Thiessen for Dean Wall. 5 is Coming Fashion, Garrett Rooney. Drives for Randall Fulmer and Phil Catcher. And number 6 is Eden on the Hill, Travis Henry for Mark Goddard and Howard Kaufman, Bryn Mawr and Joshua Kaufman. Number 7 is Eye of an Eagle, Eddie Hensley for Ashley Hensley. 9 is Royalty Beer, Sammy Filia for Jeff McGuire and McGuire Incorporated. And number 8 is our Royal Port, Austin Surrey for Gerard Demers and Tag Incorporated. It is a field of 9 for race number 9. Preferred Trotters. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, I want to start with number 3, Good as Him, 6-5 on the board. Last race, I said that Good as Him wasn't as good as Royalty Beer, and that proved out right. But you know what? Royalty Beer has the trailer post. Good as Him with post position 3. I think it's time for a little payback. Good as Him was second to Royalty Beer last time out. Gets to a start again from a good spot. Has been racing consistently well. I think it's a time for the little bit of payback. Scotty Coulter and Good as Him. 3-2, the favorite. Number 9, Royalty Beer. Really racing well right now. A couple of wins and a third beaten ahead in the last 3 starts. Royalty Beer, 14 wins on the season. This is a classy veteran, $427,000 lifetime. Sammy Filia for Jeff McGuire. If Sammy can work out a trip, I think he's the best horse in here. But 5-1, you get a price from the trailer post to make it enticing. Others to look at, number 6, Eden on the Hill, 4-1 on the board, and one that raced well at Mohawk 2 starts back to finish third in a 16,000 purse condition class. And last race wasn't as good, but Eden on the Hill away from Mohawk to try things here has to be a strong consideration. Has made 74,000 in 32 starts this year. This is a nice veteran trotter, 9-2. Definitely a threat. And number 8, Our Royal Port, is a very good one that just is saddled with post 8. But look at last race at Rito Carlton in a preferred, blasted to the front and then finished second, beaten half a length. And Our Royal Port, that was the first start off of a long layoff. Our Royal Port now second start back. Despite post 8, you got to regard this one because this is a very nice trotter as well. Our Royal Port, Austin Surrey for Gerard Demers. Big earner last year with $115,000 in the 5-year-old campaign. 7-1. But I'm on number 3, Good as Him. That's where the fans went, 6-5. Gate is rolling for race number 9. taking up their positions. Hey, Ralphie, Serenity Cruise, good as him on the inside. In the center, Made of Magic, coming fashion to the outside, Eden on the Hill, Ivan Eagle, and a Royal Port. And the second tier, Royalty Beer. Field of 9, race number 9. Field for the 9th race is at the start of the rough, and a Royal Port from the outside. Serenity Cruise, Made of Magic, and good as him. Hey, Ralphie driving through to the inside. But if the field sprints on around that first turn, right now it is Serenity Cruise who's got the lead. 3 wide is our Royal Port. Good as him is in the 2 wide path and driving on. Good as him is able to steer right up now and get the lead. Serenity Cruise second. Our Royal Port now took over the pylons third. Hey, Ralphie's fourth away. Royalty Beer is fifth in front of Made of Magic and Eden on the Hill in coming fashion. And Ivan Eagle is trailing 27-4 is the opening quarter as the field works their way on around that turn. And it is good as him. 4-5 on the board. The favorite leading Serenity Cruise, and our Royal Port is on the inside. Hey, Ralphie now has left the pylons and is up and driving first up with then Royalty Beer on the outside as second over Racing fifth. Made of Magic is sixth and seventh. Eden on the Hill. Trailing pair coming fashion and Ivan Eagle. 58-2 halftime, 30-3 second split. Good is him. Into the backstretch off that nice breather with Hey Ralphie challenging first up. Serenity Cruise is racing third. And now on the outside, Royalty Beer is in a good spot second over and is getting threateningly close. And Hey Ralphie's coming. Good as him and Hey Ralphie. And then Royalty Beer to the outside is only about a length and 3/4 off the lead. And Serenity Cruise is still there on the inside, just 2 from the front. 3/4, 127. Good as him, 4-5 on the board, clings to a lead. Then Hey Ralphie. Now Royalty Beer is going to roll 3 wide off cover down to the inside. Serenity Cruise. And then it is back to Eden on the Hill and our Royal Port. And a wide is coming fashion on down the stretch for good as him, but digging is Hey Ralphie. And a wide is Royalty Beer. Hey Ralphie, Royalty Beer is closing. Good as him trying to hold on. It is close, but I think it was on the outside. Royalty Beer over good as him in a photo and 156-4. On the board, we have a 9-3-1-2. Ninth race payouts 9. Royalty Beer 823.30 to 83. Good as him 220 210. 1 Hey Ralphie $3. $2 exactor is $16.80. Dollar try $19.75. Dollar super 100 $19.55. 20-cent super $23.91. Ninth race order finish from the top is at 342 765 891. That's 342 765 891 on the bottom. on post parade for the 10th. 1, Chirag Sealster, Daryl Cheeson for Sean Hyatt. Number 2 is Unison, Paul McKenzie for Mark Meegans. And number 3 is Playing Bad, Travis Henry for Nathan Harding. Number 6, That's What I Said, Jason Ryan for Janaya Gallant. Number 4, You're the One, Sammy Filia for Francis Gibmet and Melissa Hendricks and Alcina Farms and Sean Allaire. Number 7, Papiamento, Garrett Rooney for Kayla Hendry and Shane Barrington. 8 is That Moment in Life, Austin Sorry for Gerard Demers. And number 9 is Nevada Dragon Ryan Guy for Daniel Lee Gassian. Well, fans, let's get a look at this field. We'll start with number 4, You're the One. You're the One. Well, Sammy Filia for Francis Gamet. 21 wins since the 1st of January last year. And You're the One has gate speed and is one that did blast to the front in 3 of the last 4 starts. And has a couple of wins and a couple of thirds in the past 4. You're the One, I think, has got a great chance in here. You're the One, and Sammy Filia is currently 3-1 on the board. Others to look at, number 6, That's What I Said. That's What I Said. Well, did not race very well at all at Mohawk last race, but before that was racing well. The last time we saw this one in here in this class was a winner, a dominant winner by 2.5 lengths. That's What I Said is currently the 8-5 betting favorite. Number 7, Papiamento, was a dominant winner here in the bottom class 2 races ago. Stayed in that bottom class last race to finish second. Now moves up, but Papiamento, off of 2 good starts, I think is one that has a very clear opportunity here to move up and race well. Blinkers to Open Brattle as well. Garrett Rooney for Kayla Hendry. And Papiamento is right now 6-1 on the board. And then one more is number 2, Unison. Did not fare as well at Mohawk last race. The start before it at Mohawk was a third, but nonetheless, Unison is getting heavily bet to 2-1 on the board. Last time we saw this one here was below this class, dominant win. And then 3 tries in the straight 8 claiming at Mohawk. And good in the first couple, and even last race, you look at it 5th, but was 8th at the top of the stretch and ended up 5th, beating a length and a quarter. Unison and Paul McKenzie getting a lot of love at 3-1. My top one, though, is number 4, You're the One. Sammy Filia for Francis Gamet is the one I believe will get the job done here. 9-2. 9-2 on my top pick. They're not showing me any regard. 4. For race number 10. Tarek Sealster, Unison, playing bad on the inside. On the center, You're the One, and That's What I Said. To the outside, Papiamento, and That Moment in Life. And the second here, Nevada Dragon. Field for the 10th race is at the start and they're off. And it's You're the One who's going to blast out with That Moment in Life. And That's What I Said. Tureg Sealster on the inside. Nevada Dragon. Then it is back to Unison and Playing Bad and Papiamento. But You're the One has the lead as they race on into the backstretch. That's What I Said on the inside. Driving up on the outside now. That Moment in Life is coming on. That Moment in Life is sweeping up on the outside and has come on to take a lead of about 2.5 lengths, 28 seconds, the opening quarter. You're the One is second. That's What I Said is third. Tureg Sealter is racing fourth. Then Nevada Dragon in Unison, Playing Bad and Papiamento. That Moment in Life, 16 to 1's got the lead. You're the One is the second one right now. That's What I Said is third, and now is going to come out first over. Tureg Sealster on the inside. Unison is racing second over fifth. Then sixth is Nevada Dragon. Then it is back to Playing Bad, and Papiamento is trailing 57 and 2. Is the half of a 28-second opening quarter. And it is That's What I Said, who's challenging on the outside, challenging That Moment in Life as they are paired up on down the backstretch. Unison's on the outside third. You're the One is on the inside and is positioned fourth. They hustle on to three quarters, and That's What I Said has come on to take a lead now. Then it is That Moment in Life now backing up a bit on the inside. To the outside is Unison. That Moment in Life, and blocked on the inside is You're the One. Then driving out wide now comes Papiamento. Papiamento has popped up to take over third. That Moment in Life is racing fourth, and then Playing Bad, and You're the One. At the field turns from off three quarters, 127 and 1. It is That's What I Said, leading as they come on to the finish. That's What I Said's going to win by 3. Unison second, then Papiamento. That Moment in Life, 156 and 3. There's a look at the winner of race number 10. It's number 6, That's What I Said. Jason Ryan with the driving hat trick. Mile of 156 and 3 for That's What I Said. 11-year-old Well Said Bay gelding by Janaya Gallant, who's also the trainer. 6th win this year. 47th lifetime. That's What I Said. On the board, 62783 and touchdown Buffalo. 10th race, payout 6. That's what I said. 370, 220, and 210. 2 Unison, 330, 267. Papiamento, $5. 20-cent pick 5, 89.90. $2 exactor, 10.50. Dollar try, 130.85. 20-cent high five, 607.20. $2 double, 11.20. Dollar pick 3, 15.35. 20-cent pick 4, 14.62. Fans, the 10th race order finish from the top is an 825, 7 scratch 1, 3, 4, 6. That's 825, 7 scratch 1, 3, 4, 6 on the bottom.